Have you ever felt that relentless pressure to be tougher, stronger, and better? You might think you're on the right track, but what if that drive for mental toughness is actually sabotaging your emotional health? Many chase this ideal, believing it's the key to success, yet there's a hidden danger that could unravel everything you've built. In your quest for resilience, are you ignoring the very emotions that guide you? Picture this: you're buried in a project that feels impossible. You push through, refusing to acknowledge your exhaustion. Days turn into weeks, and you are running on empty. Sound familiar? This is where the real trouble begins. By sidelining your feelings, you risk burnout. Each time you dismiss that inner voice urging you to slow down, you're not just overlooking fatigue, you're inviting chaos into your life. Relationships begin to strain, and anxiety creeps in, all because you thought being tough was the answer. Think back to a personal crisis. Did you push through, telling yourself to stay strong? You may have felt productive, but inside something was breaking. Ignoring emotional awareness builds a pressure cooker of feelings just waiting to explode. Many wear their mental toughness like armor, believing it makes them invincible. However, this fog can lead to feelings of isolation and despair. Recognizing the warning signs of mental toughness is crucial. Accepting your emotional vulnerabilities is true strength. It's not about abandoning toughness, it's about merging it with emotional awareness for a balanced approach. Before you dismiss this, consider the profound changes that come from allowing yourself to feel. It starts with a single, often uncomfortable acknowledgement: being tough doesn't mean being emotionless. So, what's the takeaway? Mental toughness is valuable, but it thrives when paired with emotional awareness. Next time you feel that pressure to be tough, take a moment to pause and ask yourself what you are truly feeling. This reflection might just lead you to a deeper understanding of yourself and a healthier path forward. Have you ever felt that strong urge to be tougher and more resilient? What if pursuing mental toughness could lead you down a dark path? Many chase after mental toughness without realizing the emotional pitfalls that lie ahead. It's easy to get caught up in self-improvement, believing that sheer grit guarantees success. However, there's a hidden danger that often goes unnoticed. Picture this: you're in a meeting surrounded by colleagues, yet all you can think about is how to hide your feelings. You nod along, but inside, you're yearning for just a moment to breathe. This is a signal red flag that you might be pushing yourself too hard while neglecting your emotional well-being. Some people wear their emotional armor like a badge of honor, appearing strong, but are they really? Many confuse emotional suppression with strength, unaware that ignoring their feelings can lead to isolation, stress, or even burnout. Consider being that person who refuses to acknowledge sadness, thinking it's a weakness. You might dismiss that little voice urging you to reach out for help, causing you to lose touch not just with others, but with yourself. You might feel invincible, yet inside cracks are forming a creeping emptiness. The world around you is moving, but you feel stuck, convincing yourself this is just part of the journey toward toughness. Here's the kicker: the more you deny your emotions, the more they accumulate. They become a weight you carry, dragging you down when you thought you were soaring high. Mental toughness without emotional awareness can distort your reality. Think back to a time when you pushed through pain, ignoring the signs that you needed a break. Perhaps you ended up feeling even more exhausted and detached. It's a cycle that feeds on itself, isn't it? Now, imagine if you took a moment to pause. What if you allowed yourself to feel those emotions and acknowledge your struggles? It doesn't mean you're weak. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Accepting your emotions is true strength. So, how do you break free from this trap? Start by tuning into your feelings. Recognize them when they arise and don't shy away from them. Sharing your thoughts with someone you trust can be crucial. As we wrap up, remember this: mental toughness should never come at the expense of emotional awareness. True strength lies in finding a balance between the two. Next time you find yourself pushing through, take a moment to check in with yourself. The real journey toward resilience begins from within, and that's a path worth exploring. What if I told you that pursuing mental toughness could actually hold you back? Surprising, right? But stay with me, because what I'm about to share might change how you view building mental resilience. Many believe mental toughness is all about grit, pushing through, ignoring pain, and powering on no matter what. However, many don't realize they're missing a crucial element: emotional awareness. That's where the real trouble begins. Imagine waking up each day ready to tackle your goals. You push through stress, ignore your feelings, and tell yourself, just be tough. Sound familiar? But what if those buried emotions are quietly sabotaging your progress? You might be working harder than ever, but without acknowledging your feelings, you're like a ship without a compass, lost and adrift. You might think you're building resilience, but in reality, you're just creating a FOD. Think about someone you know, maybe it's you. You're at the gym pushing yourself to lift heavier weights, yet there's that nagging voice in your head saying, "You're not good enough." Ignoring it means missing an opportunity to understand its source. Instead of getting stronger, you could be reinforcing a cycle of self-doubt. This relentless pursuit of toughness, without checking in on your emotions, can lead to burnout, anxiety, or even depression. The very traits you believe are making you stronger might actually be paving the way for a breakdown. It's a risky game, and many are playing it without realizing it. Let's take this further. Picture a high-performing athlete who pushes through injuries, thinking they're toughening up. Every ignored ache is a warning sign. They might perform well for a time, but when their body finally gives out, the consequences can be devastating. So, what's the solution? It begins with a simple yet profound shift. Start acknowledging your feelings. Embrace them, even the uncomfortable ones. It's not about losing toughness, it's about redefining what toughness truly means. Real mental